Say the weird thing.
White supremacy uses one of the laws of logic to oppress black people. One of the most famous laws of logic is the law of non-contradiction. Basically, this law states that contradictory things cannot exist. For example, there's no such thing as a square circle, there's no such thing as a married bachelor because all bachelors by definition are unmarried, etc., etc. The way white supremacy does this is that it essentially makes black people in of themselves a contradiction. For example, for the majority of this society's history, black men were not considered men. Were considered boys. This is where the term cowboy came from until it was a retcon to something positive. This is also the reason why tons of black men who were lynched were also castrated to take away our manhood. And today, in some ways, we still see this economically where black men are pushed out of the economic sphere, largely. At the same time, we're also seen as brutish, violent, and hypermasculine. This is why teenage black boys are seen as older and stronger than teenage white boys. So on one end, we're emasculated. On the other, we're hypermasculine. This isn't only for black men either. This also goes for black women. Black women are also described in terms of brutish and hypermasculine. We still see this today with the whole sassy, angry black woman trope. However, at the same time as black women being seen as hypermasculine, black women also deal with the Jezebel trope of them being seen as hypersexual. Lots of black women will testify to the fact that a lot of white men approach them thinking that they're ladies of the night. So on one end, black women are presented as hypermasculine. On the other, they're presented as hypersexual women. This goes beyond this too. It gets even more ridiculous. Black people as a whole are presented as less intelligent, lazy, and uneducated. Somehow we're putting in all the work ethic to commit basically all the crimes. We were also somehow smart enough to spread a mind virus of DEI and wokeness all throughout society in order to make people feel bad for us or something. I don't know what the end goal is there. The important thing to realize, however, is that all these concepts cannot exist at the same time. Black men cannot be both emasculated and hypermasculine. Black women cannot be hypermasculine and hypersexually feminine. Black people cannot be uneducated but at the same time intelligent enough to take over society with a mind virus or something. Remember what I said before about the law of non-contradiction? Contradictory things do not exist. What's more pertinent for this discussion is that contradictory things cannot exist. And if black people ourselves are a contradiction, the only way to resolve that is to make us not exist.